Morning everybody. I just took a walk, probably just walked maybe 2 miles or more maybe at this point, and I got at least a half a mile walk down dirt road, so I thought I'd video the dirt road, but also show you this. It's popped up here. It's a rainbow. I don't know if you can quite see that on film, but let's just take a walk down the dirt road. And you might want to fast forward through this. You know what, let me take it to the little narrower. I think it's less bumpy if I'm not as widescreen. Widescreen, very handy for inside of buildings. I don't know how it works as well walking around. But feel free to just go to fast forward, because it's going to take me a good 20 minutes to walk this. But I just drove it because I wanted to see what it was like. And it was pretty rough for the trike, but nothing a pair of feet won't handle, or a bike. Chariot's just a bit on the bumpy side. But there's a couple interesting things along the way that I didn't really stop and look at, that I planned to walk it. Now this is a total of probably a 2 to 3 mile walk, maybe longer. I'm going to measure it all on GPS after to see what it is. This is a downhill here. I had to go down in. If you have a Chariot, if you come here and you run one, you'll find if you put it down into low range when you go off road, it gives you more options on how much you can slow down and control your speed. But also it doesn't jerk as much like in first gear. You might get a lot of jerking going on with your throttle because you're up in like third gear, which is the same as first, but it kind of spreads it out a little better and just a little easier to drive it. And generally speaking, on these dirt roads, you'll barely ever go into fifth gear in low range. So it's just an easier way to drive them. Both the Chariot and the Caruza have the low range in them. Oop, time to put the hat up. And just coconut trees here. House right up here to my left. Just heard some voices up there. I don't have a gimbal, unfortunately. I don't know where this track goes. It looks like it just goes down to a house. But I am working aggressively right now, try and secure this piece of land up here, even though it's on this shitty road. A four-wheel drive vehicle will get in and out all day long, and probably the only time it might be a problem is in a massive storm. There's definitely downsides to living back one of these dirt roads. The power is probably going to go out a lot more and be out longer. You won't get as many neighbors stopping by, unless they're locals. Your expat friends won't really want to come way out there to see you, but that's okay. And I'm hoping by the time we can secure this, pay for it, and start to build a house, I'll have Starlink internet by then. That's another downhill. There, very shady down here, very nice. Very nice place to take a walk, although I think I should have grabbed my sneakers and not these Crocs. A little bit rocky on my feet. These are fresh Crocs, so they're not as worn down as my older pair. And they're real Crocs. You can get them shipped from Amazon, although I'm pretty sure the ones here seem to be correct. Don't know for sure. Ow. But they're only Crocs. A steel shanked sneaker would be better, which I have, but I didn't put them on. next time up I think I will. Because I'll do this walk again. The first part was the hardest, climbing that first hill. Ugh. I should put I filmed a short there to kind of give you an idea of the steepness of it. This is where there was I did stop here, I believe, coming through, because there was a little farm. Kind of reminds me of like somewhere in the Ozarks. It's got a nice sized piece of land, got a few animals on it. And that's where we got to do like a step back to 1860 here, looking at this place. As you can see, it's a single track now. And not that many people have vehicles to drive in and out, and you'd need, like I said, you would need, up to this point you could easily still drive a car, but be very hard on the car. A four-wheel drive is your best option here. The trike made it through, very, very bumpy. Luckily the land I'm looking at is not too far in, but from the other side. And there is no view per se of the ocean or the mountain, but has a lovely pasture with coconut trees. And a neighbor runs carabao in there, so you'd have the carabao wandering around. Maybe if you still let him run his carabao. I did post a video on the property, but I took it down because we're trying to buy it. And I already had people asking me where it was. You'll never find it from this video. I didn't give you any landmarks, nor am I going to. There you see, it's still wide enough for like a, I could take a Toyota pickup truck down here, no problem. I'm hearing voices in the, and I think it's sugar cane. Or just grass for the cows. Getting quite warm now. It wasn't that bad when I started to walk, but now it's warm. I think next time I'll start a little earlier. There's various trails, like this is somebody's house probably. There's a well right here. That's just a hand pump well. If you take walks like this, though, do yourself a favor. Bring a hat. Bring a water. You can usually buy it along the way a lot of places, but I bought a Camelback. That's what I'm using. I filled a whole bunch of ice in there, and then iced tea. what's left of somebody's house down here. And you can see so far I see nothing that would, I mean, I ran trails in the U.S. on ATVs. It pretty much looks like one of the trails. Not much different. This would be a good piece of property up here to raise goats, raise cows. I don't know how well sheep would do here in the Philippines because it's very hot. Although they raise them in Australia. That's another downhill here. And I'm hoping that this road will get upgraded to a concrete road, even if it's single track. Don't know. Not banking on that. That property will definitely be worth more once they do that. Another track going up there. Probably another house or something up there. Because we have a variety of things. Sometimes you go up there and it's just like a little shack where they do stuff. Somebody coming down the track here. Morning. I did stop here earlier and look, but I did not video. It's steep here. Up and down in the valley. You know, it's really deep down there. Can't even see the bottom. I think that boundary is the land I'm looking at. This land has a couple pluses. It has the springs and it's under 500 per square meter versus a lot of it up here is 3,000 per square meter. But a big part of that is location, location, location. Now, to Filipino, this is very far out, very long way. My wife was complaining right away. So far, too far. But it's actually only 10 miles outside of Dumaguete. That's nothing. There's a gallon of gas round trip in a multi-cab. A gallon of gas is more expensive here than the U.S. right now, depending on where you are in the U.S. I know I saw insane prices in California, but that was 2 years ago in the $4 neighborhood, pretty much all the way across the country. And now I'm hearing it's down $1 or so from that. I don't know if you can hear this. It's the bamboo. Rubs against each other and just creaks. Very nice and shady here. This property could also end up becoming like a hangout resort. Put in a swimming pool, put a few rooms in, you rent it out to groups. I've seen quite a bit of that here. The Filipinos will come in and they'll rent for the family like a whole place with 5 or 6 rooms and a pool and tables and chairs and have a big party. That's quite common. And that nice big tree over there, that's the property. That's coconuts, but these are not on the property there. Well, this is a grove that continues down and into the property here. You can see the coconuts. There's not that many down there, but lots of bamboo to build with. There's mangoes, coconuts, and lots of water. And that's it, folks. Never going to tell you where it is till I buy it. Even then I might not tell you. But this is the property here, and you can't see because it goes way above. It's clear up over there, but the stuff along the road here makes it difficult to see. Currently, like one little access here that you can walk in, and one they're using for the cattle, I think. But there's another one. No, that's not the one I walked in. No, I guess that is. And you can see this is a very passable by four-wheel drive truck. What I'd love to do here is literally somehow get a side-by-side street legal. I know right now I'm actually pretty much going to be buying a multi-cab shortly, but it's two-wheel drive. Because of our budget, we don't have the money to buy what we want. We can just kind of get what we can get. And it seems to be a decent enough deal. And we need a car. After the crash on my trike, concerned about running around with Victor and Trisha without helmets, because I ain't got money to buy helmets anyway. Nor do I. You can't even get them for babies. To start having them in a car with a car seat, or at least in a car. Here's the nearest neighbor. Not even moved into yet. And that's the same bike that just drove out. Not many neighbors. Only about 5 houses on this whole road. Very quiet. Barely hear chickens as I walk down. They were very far away. Somebody else's house down here. I would say that other than the bamboo house that's not moved into is probably the closest neighbor. There's another neighbor. Very handy. I have the stick. I swing it like this behind me, because you never know how the dogs are going to be. This is about the roughest spot coming down here. The rain washing it out. Push myself up this little hill here. Okay. Now we're going to end the video here, because if I go much further I might tell you where the land is. Unless you know this road. You won't find it. I'll leave it here. Nice thumbnail here. It's not taking a picture. Well, I guess I'll get the thumbnail later. Welcome to the Philippines, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the walk. I sure did. I haven't been walked this long in a while. Probably at least, I have no idea. Probably maybe 3 miles, maybe 4. I was told maybe 3 to 4 kilometers. It's a lot less than a mile, so I don't know. I'm going to check when I get home. But the first part of it was uphill like that. I did the worst first. Have a good one, everybody. Welcome to the